Hello there, this is Dr. Demento. We're on the radio here. Wind up your radio. Westwood One presents the Dr. Demento Show. 2 hours of mad music and crazy comedy from out of the archives and off the wall. Rare records and outrageous tapes from yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Hello, Judge Walker, let us on that people's court. Hello, Judge Walker, you're our court of last resort. Our marriage is up against the wall, won't get on TV and tell it all. Judge Walker, let us on that people's court.
Hello, is this Judge Walker, People's Court? This here's Arlo Druckert of Arlo's one-stop gas station, beer, ice, bread, milk, mini-mart, and all-night videotape rental. Judge, what we got here is a marriage that's a regular catastrophe. That's right, me and my wife, Myrna Louise, while once passionately in love, now find that life has dealt us a cruel blow. Yes, as we have matured, our tastes have changed, and we've grown apart intellectually, philosophically, politically, and our recreation and culinary interests now fall along parallel lines that shall never again intersect. What I mean, Judge, is I can't stand that woman. Incompatible? No, I just hate her guts. About the only thing we can agree on is to get on your program and fight this thing out. Now, Myrna Louise's mama has even knitted us his and hers matching triple knit leisure suits for the occasion.
The litigants are entering the courtroom. The plaintiff, Arlo Druckert, and the defendant, his wife, Myrna Louise. Mr. Druckert is filing for divorce on the grounds that Myrna Louise has become an aerobics and health food nut who no longer shares his life's interests of watching TV, eating large quantities of junk food, and carp fishing.
No, I just hate her guts.
Hello, Judge Walker, let us on that people's court. Hello, Judge Walker, you're our court of last resort. Our marriage is up against the wall, we won't get on the TV and tell it all. Judge Walker, let us on that people's court.
The judge has reviewed the case in his chambers and is about to speak.
All right.
I know you've been sworn and I've read your complaint. I've spent several hours going over the files that you both presented and find this hard to believe. Myrna Louise, is it true that you suddenly stopped preparing a breakfast of ham, eggs, grits, biscuits, and cream gravy for Arlo after having done so for 6 years and insist that he now eat a bowl of spinach Krispies sprinkled with wheat germ and topped with kumquat yogurt?
I just want him to be healthy, Your Honor.
And Arlo, is it true that without Myrna Louise's knowledge or consent, you emptied out the entire contents of your ant colony into her best pair of one-size-fits-all pantyhose that you used as workout leotards?
Yeah, I did, Judge. I thought if she wanted to do them aerobic exercises, I'd really help her get them pudgy little legs off the ground. You should have seen the judge trying to get them things off. Made Jane Fonda look like Roy Orbison. I mean, them little forearms will teach you some moves.
Dismissed. The People's Court rules in favor of Myrna Louise.
The litigants are now leaving the courtroom. Here comes Myrna Louise. You must be pretty happy. The judge ruled in your favor and gave you everything.
I didn't appreciate that, Judge Walker, so much. I've been thinking this over, however, and I do want to be fair. While there ain't a vindictive bone in my aerobic condition, quivering fire ain't ravaged body. I'm gonna let Arlo keep his ant colony and a styrofoam minter bucket.
And here comes Arlo, our disillusioned convenience store owner.
I'm still pretty dad-burned disillusioned, to tell you that. My marriage to Myrna Louise was my fourth, and I ain't come out of a one of them. I've decided I ain't gonna get married again. No, sir. I'm just gonna go out every 3 or 4 years, find a woman I hate, and buy her a house. But even though I lost, I still recommend all you folks with problems call up the judge and say,
Hello, Judge Walker, let us on that people's court. Hello, Judge Walker, you're our court of last resort. Our lives are up against the wall, won't get on TV and tell it all. Judge Walker, let us on that people's court. I said, hello, Judge Walker, let us on that people's court. Hello, Judge Walker, you're our court of last resort. Our lives are up against the wall, won't get on TV and tell it all. Judge Walker, let us on that people's court. Come on, come on, come on, Judge. Judge Walker, let's on that people's court.
Ray Stevens and People's Chicago, Mr. Tim Cavanaugh.
I was flipping around my radio dial today. I was able to pick up a radio station all the way from the Soviet Union. A very powerful radio, you bet. And I heard a new commercial from Russia. I enjoyed it so much. What the heck, I memorized it. I thought I'd try it for you guys tonight. There's a great taste sensation. You gotta try it, it'll sweep the nation. It's new Ukrainian uranium bread. It's the hottest new item on your grocer's shelf. Wrap it in foil, it'll toast itself. Ukrainian uranium bread. Bright or white with just a hint of graphite. It's got a shelf life of 8 days and a half-life of 800,000 years. So it's sure to stick with you till supper. It's caused a lot of noise at the lunch counter and an even bigger noise at the Geiger counter. Buy 6 loaves, throw away your bread box. You receive free this handsome lead box for your Ukrainian uranium bread. And if you're looking for a tasty spread that'll go so nice with that piping hot bread, try new meltdown butter today. Yeah, like zirconium alloy tubes at 5,000 degrees, this butter melts down so easy. Try new meltdown butter from the cows with the udders that are like no others. Try new meltdown butter today. It's made the old-fashioned way. Meltdown butter and Ukrainian uranium bread.
Mr. Tim Carter.
How did roaches get started? Started by dirty people, and they was nasty, sleazy, slimy. They house they never cleaned it. Roaches have big families. Your house they think they own. I tried to kill one on the couch using my telephone. Roaches think they cute. Girl, I'm not impressed. It ticked me off when I found them wearing my mama's dress. Look at all these roaches around me every day. Need something strong to make them go away. Look at all these roaches, I can't take it no more. Get up at night, turn on the light and see the floor show. Hear the one about Tina, who's sloppy as a moose. She got some rage, then she sprayed, they drank it like orange juice. Did you hear the one about Michael? They say his roaches are gay. I tried to fumigate to make them straight, but they just stay that way. Lots of pesticides, big money I done spent. None of them be working, so I charge my roaches rent. Look at all these roaches around me every day. Need something strong to make them go away. Look at all these roaches, I can't take it no more. Get up at night, turn on the light and see the floor show. Can't go no place, the drain board they would linger. They see my face, they laugh, they flip me off with the middle finger. They run so fast, they always get away. I bet you there'll be roaches running around on Judgment Day. I think I'll write the mayor, have them pass a law that would help me get these nasty roaches off my wall. Look at all these roaches around me every day. Need something strong to make them go away. Look at all these roaches, I can't take it no more. Get up at night, turn on the light and see the floor show. We're not going to have no cockroaches on this record. Look over my house and get away. My house is fine, I ain't got time for roaches over here. Came home from a hard day's work and found they drank all my beer. My house is fine, I ain't got time for roaches over here. Came home from a hard day's work and found they drank all my beer.
Wait a minute. I'm the baddest one slapping.
Wait a minute, I don't want no roaches.
You told me I could run.
No, I don't want
Give me the mic. Give me the mic.
Right, man, go ahead.
Well, I'll be chilling in the bathtub, swimming in the pool, eating leftovers in the golden
Roaches. Bobby, Jimmy, and the Critters. Number 4. Hear him talking there? On the Funny 5. Bobby, Jimmy with number 4 on the Funny 5. That's Roach.
KCCP 104.7 FM.
Number 3.
Benny Bell wrote it. You requested it. I sing it. Thank you. I have a sad story to tell you. It may hurt your feelings a bit. Last night when I went into my bathroom, I stepped in a big pile of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. My brother once worked in a sewer. His lantern, it had to be lit. One day there was an awful explosion, and my brother was covered with shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. This restaurant's all full of roaches, and I don't like it a bit. 'Cause just before they crawled on my burger, I saw them all crawling on shaving cream. Be nice and clean, and that's no rumor, and you'll always look keen. I am fed up with all politicians. On Republicans and Democrats I spit. They promise you peace and prosperity and a good job, and what do they give you? Shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. Shaving cream, be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. All I want is a little drink of water, but our well is in a toxic waste pit. All I want is a little drink of water, but that damn stuff tastes just like shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. Here we are in this nuclear power plant. I don't really know how to run it, I'll admit. My gosh, I think I pushed the wrong button. Now the whole world is turning to shaving cream. Nice knowing you. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. Might as well be good looking when you go. And now, folks, our song, it is ended. I think it is time I should split. If any of you feel offended, stick your head in a bucket of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. Like I said, Benny Bell wrote that song back in 1946. I added some verses and all the flat notes. But thank you very much. Enjoy doing that for you just once in a while. This is Dr. Demento, and it is with great pleasure that I invite you to join the Demento Society, the one and only official organization which brings together Dementites and Dementoids from around the world, and the only organization dedicated to preserving the kind of mad music and crazy comedy you hear every week right here on the Dr. Demento Show. As a member of this demented organization, you will... Oh, hello!
Hi, Doctor. My name is Donald Brake, and I hear you in Morgantown, West Virginia on WVU's own demented radio station, the U92 Moose. And I have problems with my pipes in my house. They're all stopped up and leaking, and I was wondering if you could help me get a hold of the part-time plumbers.
Vice. Okay, we'll get right on it.
What's up, man?
Heavy action. We got a 489 in the garment district.
Drug dealer?
Leaky faucet.
Better send Crockett and Tubbs.
Yeah.
Vice, they're making money on the side. They're part-time plumbers. When they're not working for the feds, they're fixing pipes and leaky heads. So you can make a lot of bread when you're a part-time never knew. They're part-time plumbers. Just remember those guys are part-time plumbers. You know that Tubbs and Crockett too, dressed up like models from GQ, are making more than me and you, 'cause they're part-time plumbers. He and he are part-time plumbers. Oh, they dress so fine for part-time plumbers.
And in the headlines, vice officers flush out head of bathtub ring. Details on the news at 10.
It's the Cover Boys with Part-Time Plumbers. Number 2 on the Dr. Demento Funny 5. A little more demented dance music for you. And extra on the Funny 5 with Jimmy Castor.
The party was jumping when Bertha got off of her stump. The whistles were blowing and everybody did the bump. But all the time Bertha had been working on a goodie. Now folks call it the Bertha Butt Boogie. When Bertha Butt did a goodie, she started the Bertha Butt Boogie. No question. When Bertha got moving, her hips were humming in the wind. She was a big woman. The ground started shaking, and no grass knew where she'd been. The music was popping. The crowd had formed a ring. Her sisters yelled, "Boogie Bertha, do your thing!" For your information, Bertha had 3 sisters. Betty Butt, Bella Butt, and Bathsheba Butt. When Bertha Butt did her goodie, she started the Bertha Butt Boogie. I said no question. Hey Leroy, get away from that woman. That boy will never learn. Uh-oh, here comes the troglodyte. Come here. Sock it to me. Come here. Bertha stood back and yelled, "Betty, Bella, Bathsheba!" And the Butt sisters backed her up when she said, "I need you." The troglodyte, Leroy, Luther, and the Butt sisters all knew that the Bertha Butt Boogie was now the thing to do. When Bertha Butt did a goodie, she started the Bertha Butt Boogie. No question.
I'll suck it to you, Daddy.
Me like. Me like. Come here. Woman.
Little primeval dance music for you there in the Dr. Demento.
Be taken lightly. It's no laughing matter. It's nothing to be sneezed at.
We're all getting demented on KZCP 104.7 FM, the number one hit music station.
KZCP 104.7 FM. It's time for number one. This is it. Here it comes, number one.
As the executor of Mr. Muldoon's estate, I have been empowered to read Mr. Muldoon's last will and testament.
Well, get on with it. The bar's open soon.
Oh, poor dear Arthur.
Oh, there, Jenny. God, how predictably boring.
I never worked for a kinder man.
If we are all seated, I shall proceed with the reading.
I knew it.
I, Arthur Durham Muldoon, being of sound mind and body,
That's a laugh.
do hereby divide up my considerable estate as follows. To my overly emotional sister, Jenny,
Jenny, darling, he's talking about us.
who grubbed with her husband, Hank, grubbed for everything they could get from me, and then cried crocodile tears when I needed sympathy.
What?
To Jenny, I leave a boot to the head.
Oh, what? Ow!
Jenny, are you okay?
And another boot to her wimpy husband, Hank.
Ow! This is an outrage.
But still, you are my sister. You have both admired my Rolls Royce, and since I no longer need it,
Oh, dear Arthur, he's too kind.
I bequeath another boot to the head.
What? Ow!
And one more for the wimp.
Ow!
Next to my alcoholic brother,
Hey, I don't want no boot to the head.
to dear Hedge, who has never worked a day in his drunken life,
I'm covering up my head.
I leave my wine cellar and 3 crates of my finest whiskey.
Really?
And a boot to the head. Oh! And another for Jenny and the wimp. Next, to my know-it-all nephew, Ralston,
This is so predictable.
I leave a boot to the head.
Ugh, I knew it.
And one for Jenny and the wimp.
Oh!
This takes care of family obligations. And now to Mrs. Mulroy,
Oh, I don't want nothing.
who took care of me faithfully these many, many years, who cared, made me laugh, brought me tea.
Oh, I didn't mind.
To Mrs. Mulroy, I bequeath a boot to the head. And one for Jenny and the wimp.
Oh!
And so to my cat Mittens, I leave my entire vast boot to the head. And finally to my lawyer, who has helped me on this will, I leave not a boot to the head, but a rabid Tasmanian devil to be placed in his trousers. And I leave my entire estate of $10 million to the people of Calgary so they can afford to move somewhere decent.
Last will and
Feeling blue, bulging bellies, sagging butts. There ain't no...
Dr. Jones, he took my trousers off, told me to cough. Doctor says there ain't nothing to discuss. He tell me any day I might have to wear a truss. Woo! Living with a hernia. Ow! All the time, such aggravation. Living with a hernia. Gonna be my ruination. Intestinal wall. What real funny? Bless my soul. Can't play tennis, and it's hard to bowl. You can't even do the flips now. It's better call it quits now. I'm sick of all this dancing. Anyhow, living with a hernia hurts me bad in a tender location. Living with a hernia. Heading up. Humiliation. Living with a
station.
Living with a hernia.
I feel bad.
Living with a hernia. Weird Al. And now, Dimensions and Dementites, what time is it?
It's funny time.
Yes, it's time once again for the 5 most requested demented songs and stories of the week. The tribute we did to Star Trek a few weeks ago and the little bit we did about TV actors singing or either.
In the middle of the earth, in the land of Shire, lives a brave little hobbit whom we all admire. With his long wooden pipe, fuzzy woolly toes, he lives in a hobbit hole and everybody knows him. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, he's only 3 feet tall. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, the bravest little hobbit of them all. Hobbits are peace-loving folks, you know. They're never in a hurry and they take things slow. They don't like to travel away from home. They just like to eat and be left alone. But one day Bilbo was asked to go on a big adventure to the caves below to help some dwarves get back their gold that was stolen by a dragon in the days of old. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, only 3 feet tall. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, the bravest little hobbit of them all. Well, he fought with the goblins. He battled a troll. He riddled with Gollum. A magic ring he stole. He was chased by wolves, lost in the forest, escaped in a barrel from the Elf King's halls. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, the bravest little hobbit of them all. Now he's back in his home in the land of Shire, that brave little hobbit whom we all admire, just sitting on a treasure of silver and gold, puffing on his pipe in his hobbit hole. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, he's only 3 feet tall. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, the bravest little hobbit of them all. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins.
From the album The Two Sides of Leonard Nimoy, there's one side of Star Trek related material and another side was Dr. Demento Show.
Hello, this is John Wiedemann from Fitchtown, New Jersey, and I'll listen to you on Q100 radio. I'd like to hear the Removing Grandpa's Grave to Build a Sewer.
They're removing Grandpa's grave to build a sewer. They're removing it regardless of expense. They're sifting his remains to lay down sewage drains to satisfy the local residents. Now what's the use of living like an angel if when you die your troubles never cease? 'Cause some society gink wants a pipeline for a sink. They won't let dear old Grandpa rest in peace. Oh, mate, don't excavate, don't desiccate poor Grandpa down. Oh, Fred, although he's dead, he needs a place to rest his head. Now, Grandpa in his life was not a quitter, and even in his grave he'll never quit. He'll dress up in his sheets and he'll haunt their country seats and only let 'em march when he thinks fit. Now won't there be some blinking consternation? And won't them rotten stinkers curse and rave? They'll get what they deserve, 'cause they had the blinking nerve to muck about with poor old Grandpa's grave. Oh, 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 mate, don't excavate, don't desecrate
for Grandpa's I got him. Do pack it in, lead him away in the pain.
We are removing Grandpa's grave to build a storm. We are removing it regardless of expense. We are shifting his remains to put in some sewage drains to satisfy the local residents. Now, there possibly may be some consternation. You see, it's the green belt that we've had to save. We shall get what we deserve because we've had the force and verve to excavate that wretched fellow's grave.
Oh, mate, don't excavate, don't desecrate poor Grandpa. Oh, Fred, although he's dead, let him ruminate in peace.
There's a little churchyard just along the way. Used to be Lambeth's finest array of tombstones, epitaphs, wreaths, flowers, all that jazz, till the war came along and someone dropped a bomb on the lot. And in this little yard there's a little old man with a little shovel in his little bitty hand. He seems to spend all his days puffing fags and digging graves. He hates the Reverend Vicar and he lives all alone in his home. Excuse me. Please, Mr. Gravedigger, don't feel ashamed as you dig little holes for the dead and the maimed. Please, Mr. Gravedigger, I couldn't care if you found a golden locket full of some girl's hair and you put it in your pocket. Pour it there. A mother doesn't know that your sentimental joy. She thinks it's down below with the rest of her toys. A ma wouldn't understand, so I won't tell. So keep your golden locket all safely hid away in your pocket. Yes, Mr. GD, you see me every day. Standing in the same spot by a certain grave. Mary Ann was only 10, full of life and oh so gay, and I was the wicked man who took her life away. Very selfish. Oh God. No, Mr. GD, you won't tell. And just to make sure that you keep it to yourself, I've started digging holes, my friend, and this one here's for you. Look at our girl. Finally, that's not what I was this. Don't you feel that, girl? Bloody upset. Powder or something of this right.
Who's there? Who's there? Up there on the stairs. Beware, beware. I hear somebody coming. A boy is told. Oh, look there he goes. My Mr. Ghost is going to town. He takes his cane, his gloves and his hat, and like a cat, he hurries down the alley. The moon is bright, and this is the night when Mr. Ghost is going to town. He's feeling great, and he can't be late. He's got a date to do a little stepping. He'll shake his bones to hot saxophone. For Mr. Ghost is going to town.
Mr. Ghost. Tonight I'm going to shake my bones. Those are them hot saxophones. Mr. Ghost goes down.
He's good and great and he can't be late. He got a date to do a little stepping. He shakes his bones to hot saxophone. Cause Mr. Ghost is going to town.
You know, to me, that song is the essence of what Halloween is all about. The ghosts going to town to have themselves a good time, and we, of course, with all the ghosts among us, we have kind of a good time, too, on Halloween, don't we? Some hysterical items from the archives on the Dr. Demento Happy Halloween show. Peter Sellers with the Removing Grandpa's Grave to Build a Sewer, recorded in 1960 by the late, great cinema star. An early recording by David Bowie made in 1967, Please, Mr. Gravedigger, and an even earlier recording from 1937, Mr. Jones Goes to Town by the Five Jones Boys. Yet another blast from the past, now a screamer, as it were. America has Screamin' Jay Hawkins, who will be with us later casting a spell on you. England has Screaming Lord Sutch, who became famous for his outlandish costumes and bizarre behavior, and for employing such musicians as Jimmy Page, Ritchie Blackmore, Jeff Beck, Matthew Fisher from time to time. This is Lord Sutch's first record, made in 1961, featuring Freddie Fingers, Rupert Payne, Leo the Flea, Little Slasher, and Scratch.
The shades are not falling, and the moon is shining bright in the center of the graveyard, in the middle of the night. I get out of my grave, I beg a long black coffin till the falling night. I've got two horns on my head and a twinkle in my eye. I got a 2-meter head, and it makes the chicks so sigh. When I hit them with my great big club, start to holler and cry. Dance and sing or scream for me while we pound the floor. Somebody shake your hip, the whole job left. When I scream for more, while the bats are flying and the cats are sighing. And the zombies are dancing, and the skeletons are prancing. I get into my great big coffin till the following night. Somebody shake your head, the whole job left. Oh, I'll scream for more. While the bats are flying, and the cats are sighing, and the zombies are dancing, and the skeletons are prancing. I get into my great big coffin till the following night, till the following night. Till the following night.
Following Screaming Lord Such and the Savages on the Dr. Demento Show. Listeners, allow me to exhume some of your favorite television theme songs.
Casper, the friendly ghost, the friendliest ghost you know. Oh, grown-up fight for the human right, but children all love him so. He always says hello, and he's really glad to meet you, wherever he may go. He's kind to every living creature. Grown-ups don't understand why children love him the most.